Hello and welcome to JK Sports TV, your home for all things football. I'm JK and today we're diving into the latest and greatest from the UEFA Champions League matches held on January 21st and 22nd, 2025. With thrilling performances, remarkable comebacks and decisive victories, this week's action had it all. Let's break it down. From free-flowing attacking displays to nail-biting finishes, this week's Champions League fixtures had something for everyone. Get ready for stunning goals, controversial calls, and moments of individual brilliance as we relive all the drama and excitement. We've got a lot to unpack, so buckle up and get ready for your dose of Champions League magic. Our first stop takes us to Italy, where Atalanta dismantled Sturm Graz 5-0. This was a statement win. Atalanta were relentless, pressing high and attacking with precision. Matteo Retegui opened the floodgates early, and Sturm Graz had no answer. Mario Pasalic doubled the lead, followed by goals from De Ketelaere, Lookman and Brescianini. Atalanta sent a message: they mean business. Next up, we travel to the Stade Louis II, where Monaco secured a vital 1-0 win against a tough Aston Villa side. This was a tense, tactical battle, with both teams knowing that a win would be crucial for their hopes of reaching the knockout stages. The only goal of the game came early on, a moment of brilliance from the in-form Wilfried Singo. He picked up the ball on the edge of the box, danced past a defender, and unleashed an unstoppable shot that left the Villa keeper with absolutely no chance. Aston Villa, to their credit, didn't let their heads drop and pushed hard for an equaliser. They created some decent chances, but were met by a resolute Monaco defence, determined to hold on to their lead. This was a gritty, hard-fought win for Monaco, the kind of result that can galvanise a team. They showed real resilience and tactical discipline, and they'll be hoping to carry this momentum forward into their remaining group stage matches. Atletico Madrid, they just keep finding ways to win. This time, they came from behind to beat a dangerous Bayer Leverkusen side 2-1, and once again, Julian Alvarez was the hero for Diego Simeone's men. Leverkusen drew first blood, silencing the home crowd and putting Atletico on the back foot. But Atletico, as they so often do, dug deep and found a way back into the match. Enter Julian Alvarez, the Argentine magician. He was simply unplayable that night, pulling the strings in attack and creating havoc in the Leverkusen defense. He first set up the equalizer with a perfectly weighted through ball, and then, late in the second half, he scored a stunning solo goal to secure all 3 points for Atletico. This Atletico team has character in spades. They never know when they're beaten and always seem to find a way to grind out results. With Alvarez leading the charge, they're going to be a tough team to beat in this competition. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this one was an absolute roller coaster. Barcelona escaped with a 5-4 win over Benfica, but not without giving their fans a few heart attacks along the way. It was a night for attacking football, with both teams throwing caution to the wind and going all out for goals. Rafinha was the star of the show for Barcelona, bagging 2 goals and causing all sorts of problems for the Benfica defence with his trickery and direct running. But this game was as much about defensive frailties as it was about attacking brilliance. Both teams looked vulnerable at the back, conceding some sloppy goals that kept the scoreline ticking over. It was end-to-end stuff, with neither side able to gain control of the game. In the end, Barcelona's extra quality in the final third proved to be the difference, but they'll know they rode their luck at times. This was a game that will live long in the memory, a true Champions League classic. Liverpool extended their unbeaten run in the Champions League with a professional, if not entirely convincing, 2-1 win over Lille. The Reds did just enough to secure the 3 points and book their place in the knockout stages. Mohamed Salah continued his incredible scoring run, opening the scoring with a trademark finish early in the first half. The Egyptian king is simply a goal machine, and he seems to score in every game he plays. Young Harvey Elliott, showing maturity beyond his years, added a second goal for Liverpool, calmly slotting the ball home after a swift counter-attack. Elliott is a special talent, and he's really starting to blossom in this Liverpool team. Lille, to their credit, didn't make it easy for Liverpool and pulled a goal back in the second half, but it proved to be nothing more than a consolation. Liverpool, despite not being at their best, found a way to win, and that's the mark of a true champion. Talk about a tale of two halves. PSG produced a stunning comeback to beat Manchester City 4-2 at the Etihad. City raced into a 2-0 lead early on, but PSG had other ideas. Ousmane Dembélé started the comeback with a brilliant goal. The comeback was on. Bradley Barcola levelled the scores before João Neves gave PSG the lead. City were stunned. Sergio Ramos sealed it with a header in stoppage time. A statement victory for PSG. Well, we didn't see this one coming. Feyenoord pulled off one of the biggest shocks of the tournament so far, beating Bayern Munich 3-0 in front of a raucous home crowd. Bayern, as expected, dominated possession, but they were completely undone by Feyenoord's lightning-fast counter-attacks. The Dutch side were clinical on the break, punishing every Bayern mistake with ruthless efficiency. It was a tactical masterclass from the Feyenoord manager, who clearly had a plan to stifle Bayern's attacking threat and expose their high defensive line. And the players executed the plan to perfection, defending resolutely as a unit and breaking forward with pace and purpose. Bayern, despite the defeat, are still likely to qualify for the knockout stages, but this result will give them plenty to think about. As for Feyenoord, they'll be flying high after this famous victory, a night they'll never forget. Arsenal continued their impressive Champions League campaign with a dominant 3-0 victory over Dynamo Zagreb. The Gunners were in complete control from start to finish, outplaying their opponents in every department. Martin Odegaard was the conductor-in-chief, pulling the strings in midfield and dictating the tempo of the game. He capped off a fine individual performance with a goal, a curling effort that left the Dynamo Zagreb goalkeeper rooted to the spot. Gabriel Martinelli, a constant threat down the left wing, also got on the scoresheet, showcasing his blistering pace and trickery to torment the Dynamo Zagreb defense. He's quickly becoming one of the most exciting young players in Europe, and Arsenal fans will be hoping he can stay fit and firing for the rest of the season. This was a professional, clinical performance from Arsenal, and they fully deserved their victory. They're looking like genuine contenders in this competition, and it's going to be fascinating to see how far they can go. Last but certainly not least, we come to the reigning champions, Real Madrid, who reminded everyone why they are the team to beat with a 5-1 demolition of RB Salzburg. This was Real Madrid at their ruthless best. They were simply irresistible going forward, tearing through the Salzburg defense at will. Karim Benzema, as always, led the line with his usual intelligence and guile, but it was the Brazilian duo of Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. who stole the show. Both players bagged a brace, showcasing their electrifying pace, skill, and finishing ability. They were simply unplayable at times, leaving the Salzburg defenders grasping at thin air. This was a real statement of intent from Real Madrid. They may have lost some key players in recent seasons, but they've still got that winning mentality and an abundance of attacking talent. Don't bet against them retaining their crown. The UEFA Champions League continues to provide world-class football, unexpected outcomes, and gripping storylines. With one match day left in the group stage, the excitement is far from over. Who will make it through to the knockout rounds? We'll be here to cover it all for you. From Atalanta's attacking masterclass to PSG's incredible comeback and Feyenoord's shock win over Bayern Munich, this week had it all. The Champions League never disappoints, and we can't wait to see what unfolds in the final round of group stage fixtures. Thanks for tuning in to JK Sports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all your football updates. Let us know in the comments below which match or moment stood out to you this week. I'm JK, and I'll see you next time.